I am back. I have been on this wild merry-go-round. So many different things opened up different things that opened up the next thing that opened up the next thing that got me here. So, first off, I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. But read the book You Are Sourced by Not Mark Naea. That's Mark, last name Naea. I could be saying his name completely wrong, but that's the way I interpreted it. Read that book. If you are a person that's on this path, you're gonna stumble across this video. Okay. And this video is not gonna be too long because I'm still having my own personal musings, and to get to this place is so refreshing and so abundant and so beautiful. And all I can tell you is you are source. And I know that when people hear that in the beginning, they go, "What? Like, you really out there?" Because I did. And then you begin to see evidence of it a lot. If it's something that you're open to, if you are still open to trying to unlock what brings you abundance, what brings you the things that you want in life. When we're looking at the law of assumption is ephemeral, it's fleeting. The law of attraction is ephemeral and it's fleeting. All of the laws are fleeting, but because literally they're meant to work together. And when they do work together, you begin to realize your source. And when you realize that you are rolling with that type of energy, you no longer are at this place where you are subjugating or giving obeisance to things you shouldn't be, because you are bigger than what you understand. I will say about last year or maybe the year before, I started having a vision of myself playing with energy. And I really mean, I should have a prop here so that I could talk without um, having to go get up. But it was like this, like playing with energy. I just kept seeing myself playing with energy. And I was like, it just is something that just kept floating in my mind. I was in all white, which as a priestess of Obatala, it's nothing for me to be in all white all the time. All the time. I could wear different accents with it. I might have on a lipstick, a nice headscarf color, but it'll be a pastel. I could have a very fly bag or pair of shoes on, but I'm going to be in white. So, being in white, playing with energy like this, was not something that was beyond what I understood myself to do. I knew that I could be doing this type of thing, right? And just going like this, and what did that mean? And it lit some type of path or fire under me that made me, hello everybody, I hope you're doing well, but I'm talking on what I'm talking on. I'm not doing shout outs or anything today because I'm a little busy. I have to come here and explain this. But please know that you are greeted, you are well, and you are source. So to get back to this, it lit a fire under me that made me go, this is in my, I'm saying this because this is real. It's like a genius ball. It was real. There's no way this isn't real. And so I started researching. And if you have been at my channel recently, I've been talking about being a Cancer rising and what that meant for me, but really fully looking into my astrological chart. And I wasn't far off in telling anyone to look into their astrological chart, because why would that take you to this place of completely beginning to understand you do, according to Abraham, never get it done. You never get it done. It's impossible to get it done because you always want to, as a human being, have another experience. You always want to do something brand new. Period. You'll want to get up. You want, if somebody's told you something about some amazing water somewhere, you want to either go see it, swim in it, or drink it, right? If someone has told you about some amazing herb that does amazing stuff for the human body, you want to do it. If I tell you about the honey in Nepal that is hallucinogenic, that is not allowed into this country, you may want to travel to Nepal, climb those mountains, and taste that honey, right? You may want to go to, if you've seen a picture of the colored rocks at Lake McDonald in Montana, you may want to book a plane, book a cabin, and just get a tour of those colorful rocks. We never get it done. You may want to be a person that studies gold, goes places, and wants to study gold all the time, right? Buys gold, wants to buy gold bars. It's just really into that precious metal. We do never get it done. Our minds are so expansive, it's possible to always be busy, I think, up into our literal last breath. And I think even with that literal last breath, we are still, as I have been recently gifted with the knowledge of, going places and seeing things even at a much more crisp, more bright, and easy level as a being than we are when we're down here completely distracted by the things that we're distracted by. So, in understanding that we are this big energy, and we're not, it's not being kept from us. There is no, if we pay attention to what's in our third eye, what's coming to us out of the blue all the time, men, women, children, cats, and dogs, there is no way we're going to miss these messages. But most of the time, we are taught to believe that there's something wrong with it, and that's what keeps us separated. That's what keeps us in a place of subjugation, in the places of obeisance. And I know for a lot of people, religion, they're very terrified that if they don't have their religion, they're going to die and they're going to go to a forever hellfire. Or you have the atheists that don't believe that at all, they don't believe in nothing. Or you have the people that swing the gamut as far as different beliefs on this planet, okay? But the beliefs and the structures and the thought forms keep us locked away from our true power, from our true essence, which is source. And as source, when somebody comes to you and gives you the key to that process without telling you that, but you hear of all the great stuff that's happening via, as in, take for instance, Abraham. Abraham comes and tells everybody about the law of attraction, the vortex, about the amazing power of emotions. I remember all these books, I read them. Money and the Law of Attraction, like really getting into these things. And without telling you that you are that big energy, because a lot of people just are not ready to hear that yet. I was not ready to hear this, literally, at all. I wasn't. There was a few things that were just like scratching my soul, so to speak, going, what? Right? Because I really believed in the process that I was at, but I still had questions. Because the very idea of working with energy at an herbal level always made me question a lot. And the name of this channel is Bathing in Herbs. And bathing in different herbs, working with them. You can bathe in them, you can drink them, you can burn them, as far as incense goes, right? This is dragon's blood. This stuff smells so good, let me tell you. This stuff smells so good. And I like this little group that does these incense because they tend to smell like the actual incense. I had the resin here and I'm like, oh, this actually smells like that, right? But herbs can do so many different things for us. And so knowing that, and I've always been like, herbs we don't have to pray to herbs or anything like that to bring forward their properties, they are that already. So it was always triggering something in me of this this technology has been put down here for us to unlock certain things. Our human technology is thought forms and vocalization, and then visualization. We can see anything, observe anything into existence. The amount of information, the amount of people that are talking, we can see and observe anything into existence. Again, if you are just stopping by, get the book You Are Source by Mark, and his last name is spelled Naea. It is on you. It's on Google. You can Google it because I think he has his own website. He definitely does. I've been there. But also you can get it at Amazon. You probably get it anywhere. All right, and you can get it on Kindle. You can get it. Okay. It's a quick read, and it talks about many different people's step into what one would call enlightenment or understanding that they are source. Okay. Um, when you realize that, it really just sloughs away so much stuff, because now you know through your different experiences that have already been happening to you. If you have found this video and this interests you, you know through your different experiences that have already been happening to you that it kind of brings it all together, and not kind of, it slams it all. It's like a wheel alignment for your spirit. Okay, you're going to be locked into place, like, oh. And I didn't realize until just now, like, you can kind of feel like I'm close, I'm close, I'm close, oh my God, I'm so close, I'm so close, I'm so close, and then go, wait a minute, I'm here. I'm here. This has happened. I that moment when I got frustrated with myself, and I'm not giving a preamble or a backstory, but I got very frustrated with myself. I was here, and I came here to talk about um, spender's remorse or spender's guilt. A person that wants to spend money on themselves but feels a real block when they're getting ready to spend money, and on themselves in particular. Don't have a problem buying stuff like this. Don't have a problem. Don't have a problem buying stuff like this. I don't want a green screen. How the heck? Whoa, man, this thing just did something I've never. How the heck? What just happened here? Done. Because I don't have a green screen. Actually, I do. Somebody sent me one. Buying stuff like this, I have no problem getting the big goals, but you will see me crippled at a store trying to buy myself something for me. That's why when my birthday comes around, it's so important that people don't buy me food. Clearly, I know how to eat. But buy me something, right? Because I have an issue getting it for myself. I ain't no problem spending money on other people. What you need? What you want? I'm gonna spend the money, right? But on myself. And the thing is, the day that I had this whole issue and fit with myself, I went into a store, bought all this stuff, had money with me, and did not buy anything for myself. I bought things for the house, bought things for my family, things that were needed. But buying stuff for myself, hello everyone. Thank you, Ashley Turner. Hi. Buying everything for myself. Oh, that's called, let's get ready and break out the scrolls from the Dead Sea Scrolls from 19,000 years ago so that I can figure out what is the spiritual purpose of buying myself some pajamas? Right? And I'm in the store and I just walked right by them. And when I had the conversation with myself and I just looked and I go, and it was just a thought in my head, but it was a really well birthed thought. I said, I'm going this I said, this is ridiculous. I'm being ridiculous to myself. Yeah, that's long ago. I'm being ridiculous to myself. I just walked in the store, bought all this stuff, bought blankets, sheets. I bought really? I got over myself very quickly. I went and bought my things that I needed the very next day in the very same store. That moment triggered something in me. Quite a few different moments have been doing this. And when you start to recognize that you've been having these moments and you start to realize, why do I keep having these moments that are turning the mirror on me, so to speak, and going, look at yourself fully, because you're not seeing yourself fully. You are bigger than what you understand yourself to be. And it's funny because in truth I am. I really am. Being that person that's going to push the edge, that's out on the pioneering edge of the universe, that's doing something different, that is going to. I go places, as my godfather said to me years ago. He said, "You go places where angels fear to tread. Like you gonna get it done." And I said, "Okay." And I am. I'm a very adventurous spirit. I'm an Aries. We're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna get it done. And it is Aries season. So understanding and getting to this place of, I've been having moments like this with Source since I was a little girl. My parents used to live in a home when I was little that had a lot of steps from, because they had an apartment in this house. Had a lot of steps you had to run down to go open the front door. And I was their only child at the point. And I would run, hit 1, 2 steps, and then just fly down to the bottom. I did this so many times. Eventually I stopped. But I did it. I did it for a long time. Only to find out years later, my mother used to do the same thing in her house when she was little. My daughter didn't have an opportunity to really do that because we always lived on first floor apartments when she was young. And I wasn't sending her to the door by herself to open no door. What I used to do, that was not her experience. But that was a space where something magical was happening. I remember feeling the exhilaration in my belly as a little girl and knowing that this is like my little private time to play. I could just run and jump down all these steps. It had to be something like 15 steps, and I was just doing that all the time. And it was back at a time when parents were sending their kids to the doors to open them. Moving forward in spiritual experiences where I'm calling out relationships. And when I say calling them out, I go, oh, you I can see people and go, I see a love connection there. I think it's going to work for you. And they get together and come back to me sometime later. We're engaged. Oh my God, you were so right. And I'm like, oh, okay. Or those moments when you speak things into existence and there are things that you really want to happen. And then for some reason in this world, we turn our attention to it and then want to make it happen and make money off making it happen. And the making it happen and making the money off making it happen are two different things. And generally, by the time you want to combine them, it has been distilled down to a very small thing because money is extremely finite. While it is an energy, most people don't look at money as an energy, they look at money as money. And so when you get back to it being an energy and you get back to it being this space, this place, this energy that you work with, now you look at things just very differently. But then money is one component of this planet. One component. It's a demarcation of energy that is earmarked for you being able to get more energy or more things, more resources, pay for the resources, or exchange your energy for the resources. And the people, we have gotten down to the point where we honestly believe that our energy is not big enough to do so. That jobs are the only way to be financially stable, and they're not. That is the tiniest, most distilled process. Even at the level of billionaires, they are using human beings at a very small process to hoodwink and dupe you into not learning what you truly are. And if there's no real, I can calmly say now, especially after having just gone through what I've gone through, there's no real conspiracy happening. Human beings just kind of forgot. We came through the birth canal and forgot what we are. We came through the birth canal and forgot how connected to everything we really are. Take, for instance, if you go outside and you touch a tree, you are grounding. Touch it with your bare hand, you're grounding. You're literally diffusing an electric charge that could have been building in your body that is known as inflammation. If you go outside and touch a tree, it's going to diffuse and your body will begin to feel better. If you ground more often, and I mean touch a tree, your bare skin touching a tree. If you ground through your feet, it's better. If you roll around on the beach and the bare parts of your body are touching the silica, it's even better. You're grounding. But because human beings don't know those little things, we really think it's about whether or not we're going to have enough money to survive and live, and can we get our medicine, and will we be able to eat, and will this politician do what we need them to do? Will they go out and do what they said they were going to do for us? And it turns into that huge subterfuge. And on the side of that is truthfully your energetic power that you're just ignoring. We have been really sidelined into a trough of waiting for someone to come and pour feed for us. And it's so not real. You have those little times when you have called out something amazingly good for yourself and forgot about it, and the sucker showed up 10 minutes later and you're like, oh, I just mentioned that. Yeah, because that's your true energy. That's your true energy. And a lot of us do this all the time and then see something wrong in it. The world has made it a thing where it's wrong to be as powerful and as beautiful and as big as we are. And we are powerful. Don't you make one mistake about it. Don't you take a side step from it. When I read and understood there are 8 billion people on this planet, but if we're opened up and we actually see the finite amount of what we actually are on the inside of the human form, it represents 2 sugar cubes for all of us combined. When I read that, because I began to the math started hitting me. We're huge. We're huge. And it's time to stop playing small. The world leaders are having fun playing. They're playing out their drama, doing what it is that they want. And I don't know that any of them are not aware of source, because I wouldn't say that they aren't, because it's very clear to us there are entities that are coming to this planet right now in this age in this time, and they come in here talking to somebody, right? And when they do that, to conceive that you're having these conversations and this stuff is happening, that they're happening, that means they're more tapped in than the masses are. And the fact that this entire process down here has turned us into almost not just, people look at it as this is a slave race, but it's a human race. It's like, I gotta get up, I gotta go to work. No, you don't. No, you don't. You gotta get up and tap in, baby. Tap in. You have to get up and tap in. And if you don't ever do that, that is the waste. Tapping into yourself is the key. You have to tap in. You have to start to realize that I started off, especially like I said, once I started playing around with energy and I started understanding energy is here to be played with. It lit a fire under me to understand, how do I work with energy? And how do I work with energy? Well, what is my blueprint? Your blueprint is your astrological chart. The astrological chart opened me up, and in the process and back of that, I'm listening, I'm watching things, and I'm having experiences, understanding and appreciating that THC and shrooms and meditation and crystals and incense, and the very idea of Palo Santo being a holy stick for prayer. There's so much on this planet to tap into, and we have the ability to do so. Read the book. Read the book. You Are Source. It's 100 and some pages long, and the sucker reads fast. I got it 2 days ago, and I finished it last night. Read the book. It is worth your time and the shine. It's about understanding that you're bigger than what you think you are. And like right now, I'm sitting here as this animation of myself to tell you to read that book. Read that book. I hope that Mark Naye gets some type of I hope more people find this book of his, and I hope that he even collates and tells more stories, because they are captivating and they are inspiring. Not only captivating and inspiring, but they are also motivating. They and they bring you to a realization of how awesome and beautiful you really are. There's no one out there that's more awesome and beautiful than you. And when you realize that, I hope that it is as joyous, settling, and abundant as it is for me. It's even bigger than that, but I can't find every word, the best word to explain it, because it's bigger than words. Enjoy yourselves, everybody. Peace.